everyone, Gamer Seth, Gamer 93 here, and welcome back to episode 35 of Building a Minecraft City. Now, obviously though, I thought this would be episode 36. Oh, well, let me just double check real quick. No, because from the last I remember though, this was supposed to be episode 35, like, hold on. This was supposed to be episode 36, I thought though. But I guess it's episode 35. So yeah, this is episode 35 of Building the Minecraft City. So in today's episode, we'll be working on the parking lot right here. So let me grab these blocks out. And what I'm going to do though is I'm going to need to make sure like I fill up this entire area though, except for like down to here. Down to here is where it's like going to be turning into the parking lot though. So what I'm going to need to do though is I'm going to need to then do something like, whoops, wait, hold on. Yeah, like this. A little bit. Hold on. So there's gonna be, because then it's gonna be looking, there's a parking spot right here though, and there really isn't. Or what I could do is I could have like a barrier going right through here though, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that actually. So let me grab this out and this out. Yeah, I didn't realize I was gonna need to actually fix this though. But it is what it is, unfortunately. So what I need to do though is I need to have like a gap of 7 over here though. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th block. There we go. I knew I was going to need to eventually change this though at some point. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So the fact I knew I was going to need to change that though, but yeah. So now what I need to do though is I'm now going to need to go down to this block. Go. Ah. So every time I try to move though, it just doesn't want to move. Probably because I'm not using the joystick properly though or something. I don't know. Perfect. Okay. So now that I got this done with now, but now I kind of need to do this. I kind of make this a turn now a little bit. So I gotta grab this out. I gotta grab this out. This out though. Okay, so I need to have this go out right here. Okay, then I'm gonna do a little bit of this. I'll then stick this out to here though, just to make it easier on myself though, to help me analyze on where the parking lot's gonna be though. Unless, actually, well the thing is though, then well, yeah, I'm gonna need to kind of turn this into a turn a little bit though. Let's go bam, bam, bam. Then let's get rid of these two. Stick those there, and then stick the piece of road right here. Booyah. Wait, hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now let's stick all this stuff back to my inventory, though, except for these blocks, because I need these blocks right here, though, to make the parking spots, though. Which I'm going to do it start from this block right here. Whoops. Now, the thing is, though, I'm also going to need to do, though, is I'm also going to need to actually make, like, Whoops, I need to get the sidewalk back out now. So, walk back up there. So what I'm actually gonna need to do is I'm gonna need another one of those things as well though. But this time though, I'm gonna need the one that looks like this. I need one that looks like that, just to make a parking spot though, right here. And I'm gonna need this one too. There we go. Okay, so bam, bam. Let me just make sure that I have enough space though, as well though, just to make these parking spots though. Do I have enough space though? No shot, I actually have enough space. I have no idea how the heck I have enough space though to actually fill up that entire thing. I don't know how I must have made it such a perfectly good size. I must have. Oh, get that. There we go. There we go. Now I have one row of parking spots though. But the thing is though, I'm gonna need to kind of like make like how am I gonna put this though? Yeah, this parking lot though might need to be in 2 different episodes though, because I also have to like end the episode though at 11 o'clock, so like on the dot. So what I need to do though is I'm gonna need to actually make like kind of make this a bit like a one-way a little bit though, a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of make this a one-way a little bit. I think. I don't know. Well, actually, unless we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unless I do something like this. Unless I do something like that. To be honest, that actually would work. That actually would work. That would actually work. That would actually work. What I'm going to need to do though is I'm going to need to kind of carry this all the way kind of like down to here though a little bit. And yes, my hand is missing as you can see though, and I don't like, I really don't like when that happens, to be honest. I really do not like that. Actually, wait. Actually, that's going to need to go like that, and like this. Oh, not like that. Like this. Whoops. There we go. Perfect. Okay, good. I like that now. I'm finishing up the parking lot, though. I really do like that, actually. Ah. There we go. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And perfect. Now, I do also know this though as well though. Like, okay, so what I need to do is I also kind of need to make sure, though, that, like, when I do, like, over here, though, I have to have the handicap spots over here. This is where I gotta have the handicap spots. But the problem is, if I have to do 7 and 7, though, let me just see what happens if I do another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, hold on. Actually, wait. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold on. Well, let me check that. 1, 2, wait, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So, unfortunately, though, there's not gonna be able to be any parking spots on this side, though. Only here. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna go up to here, though, because I need spots for the handicap. Whoops. There we go. As you can tell, though, I'm constantly doing stick drift, and I don't like it. There we go. Now, the reason why, though, this has to come to an end, though, is because I won't have enough space for the handicap spots. Oops, nope. That's only supposed to be 2 there. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. There we go. Now it's time to work on the handicap spots, though. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the handicap spots, though, which means I'm going to need to kind of stick it over here, though, right by the sidewalk. Which means I'm going to need to get this out, too, though, to kind of make up the ramp, though. But unfortunately, there is actually no light blue spots, though. So let me get out... Let me get this out, because I'm definitely going to need this. That's a definite. Now, let's see what I'm going to need, though. No
Zebo.
So, wait, what else was I going to need? Oh, yeah, the signs. I'm going to need the handicap signs, which are right here. Now, there's also something I just realized, though. I need to go over to this chest over here real quick, though, actually. And grab this, too, because I'm going to need that. I also don't need that anymore. I don't need that. I don't need this, but I'm holding on to those just in case. I'm going to hold on to that. And I don't really need these at the moment, though, either. Either, though. So, yeah. But what I am going to need to do, though, is I'm going to also need to actually grab another block real quick, though. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not that one. Wait. I have a checkered one? Are you kidding me? Alrighty, so basically, I did not realize there's a checker pattern part of the road here. So, I actually did not realize that. So, what I'm going to need to do, it's not the, I don't want the arrow, though. I don't want that. What I want, though, Okay, so I might need to actually grab out. How am I going to do this though? I'm definitely going to need these 2 blocks though, for sure though, to help make the handicap spots. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm also going to need one more thing real quick though as well though. I need this one. Okay, good. Okay, so what I need to do though is I need to go 7 blocks from this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, technically. It's supposed to be on the 8th block. There we go. And I put the sidewalk block away. Great. I still needed that, to be honest. Let's grab it back out. There we go. I should have known I was going to still need it, though. But the problem is, though, is I need to make sure... Okay, so let me at least do this part real quick, though, first at least. Because this can actually help me figure out the design, though, of how I'm going to do the ramp up to the sidewalk. There we go. Okay, so, and how many total parking spots would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 parking spots, which means there's going to be a dead center one. Which actually is just, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, there's 10. There's actually 10 parking spots. Oh dear. So the fact that there's 10 parking spots, though, means I need to get rid of 2 parking spots, though. Which would be these 2 right here. But I have an idea, though, of how I'm going to do this, though. What I need to do is I need to make sure that there's 4 on each side, though. So that's 4 there. Whoops. Hold on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on a minute. There we go, which means these cannot be here, though. Unfortunately. Unless I do it like that, to be honest, that actually will work. Yeah, that could work, actually. That's definitely going to be able to work, though. But, yeah. Okay, so. Okay, I might need another block real quick, though. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to need this one, though, because this one actually has a corner with it, though. So that means I need to swap out these blocks with these. Like that. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to need to do, though, is now I'm going to need to kind of make like the area. Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, there we go. This block real quick, though. There we go. So here's what I'm going to need to do, though. Which, I don't know how obvious it will look, though, but... But here's what I'm trying to do. Actually, wait a minute. I just realized something. Hold on. Ah, that's how I do it. So, actually, yeah. So what I need to do is I need to have this go out 4 blocks, though. To kind of match up with this, though. parking spots though, you know? There we go. And then now what I kind of need to do though is I'm going to need to get this final one in like, no, like that. And like that. There we go. That's going to help with the handicap though as well though. Which means they're going to need to also fix Garnethy's restaurant though as well though. Not just the exterior though, but also the interior. Because unfortunately though, since I have the cars add-on, unfortunately it's going to make things a lot difficult though to actually have a seating area though in the restaurant. So, which means I need to get rid of a lot of stuff though as well though. Okay. So I need to stay focused though. And I'll do a little bit of this. I'll have 2 on the ground though, since each parking, even though like in real life though, there's only one thing is in the dead center though. But the problem is though, is this is handicapped though. This is Minecraft. There. Because the reason why I gotta make handicap though is because, well, I want to make it fair for people with physical disabilities though. And I want to kind of like make sure though that like now, even though it's just a video game though, I still want to make it fair for others, you know? Okay, so the fact that the parking lot though is nearly completed means good news. Okay. Nice. Now the parking lot's finally finished. Okay, so now that the parking lot is finally finished, which is good that the parking lot's finally finished. What I'm now going to need to do, though, is this. What am I going to do now? Oh, fiddlesticks. I lost my train of thought now, to be honest. I literally just did. You know what? I'm going to grab some bone meal and some saplings real quickly, though. Wait, what was I looking for now? Oh, yeah. Bone meal and saplings, which are both in here. Booyah. And I need the oak saplings. There we go. Because I'm going to do in here real quick, though. So I'm going to stick a sapling here, sapling over here, one right here, one over here. Grow these instantly. Ooh, that one's got vines on it. Nice. And that one's got a freaking beehive. I'm breaking that. I don't want no beehive in my city. Unless it's a bee farm. Nice. Now start melting down. Now start bone meal in the ground. Just so, like, I can just fill up this entire area, though, real quick. But what I could do is I could stick, like, one tree, like, right here, though. There we go. And then I could actually stick another one, though, like, right there. Right, hold on, let me just get rid of this grass around it, though. There we go. Perfect. There we go, though. It just sucks that I can't have any proper furniture, though. Oh no. Oh dear. I do not like heavy lag spikes. That actually scares me. If I get a heavy lag spike, then the game will most likely crash, and I don't want this world to crash. Because I haven't, like, created a copy of this world yet. Well, I actually plan on doing that, though, like, once this episode is uploaded, though. I do plan on doing that. So I'm gonna grab the iron bars real quick again, though, and kind of match this design, but over here, though. Over here, though. But the problem, though, a little bit. Oh, wait, I just realized something. I need a block of gravel. I need the gravel block real quick. Because I just found a flaw, though, real quick. Over here. Right here. This is where I actually... No, that's not the flaw. Well, it is a little bit, though. But it needs to go like that. There we go. Because I'm making like a bit of like a barrier though around this though, because it's a bit of like a sharp turn though, a little bit. Just a little bit of it though. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna extend this out to here though, just to make it easier on myself. Ah! Stick drift. Oh, whoops, I meant to destroy that one, not that one. So that's 3 blocks tall. Here's the 4th one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. Ah! And this is one of the reasons, and this is one of the things I really hate. Stick drift. It makes building though in Minecraft though 10 times harder though. But hey, I do like a good challenge from time to time though. But this is like an extreme challenge right here though. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually gonna finish this up though and end the episode though. Due to me having to get ready for work soon. So unfortunately though, I was going to try and do an hour though, but due to the complexity though, and also when my bus is supposed to come though, to take me to work though, I need to shower at exactly 11 o'clock. Because it's actually kind of between 11:45 and 12:15. Because it's also Christmas Eve though. Since the fact that it's also Christmas Eve though is the reason why it's coming earlier though. There we go. So... and there we go. Perfect. Okay. I like that. I actually like that design. It looks really cool. Anyways, guys, this is episode 35 of Building a Minecraft City, so make sure you smack that like button if you do plan on subscribing. Definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Governor 93 episode. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!